Right, so recording in progress, live stream, and hopefully it works. Oh, I hadn't thought of a title. Wait a minute. Quantum Leap Day. That's a shit title, but that'll do. Right. And it's 2020 as well. The judgment card. It's Judgment Day. Right, it's just preparing to stream the meeting. The mic's on. Oh, man. And also, I hadn't charged the laptop, so I think that's a message not to overdo it. It's 43% now. It was 44, now it's 43. See, look, it's actually, why is it taking so long? I'm
It
looking to
already
see.
says you're live on my end.
It's really? Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's come up on my phone too, but it's not. It says preparing to live stream. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, we are live. Okay, I'll just ignore that. That's funny. Right, okay. There's Jessie. Hello, Jessie. How are you doing? Right, I'm just going to get that. So, we're starting off. Lexi's got just under 20 minutes to share about the therapy that we've done together. So, we can't actually remember exactly when we started, but yeah. So, it was a few months ago, and we ended what, another week there. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, so like I said, and this actually, believe it or not, I know people probably aren't going to believe, but I'm not going to lie about it. I actually hadn't planned to do this chat with you, had I? Because it was like,
Mm-mm.
it just, and I should have, because I usually always have at least one or usually two people speaking. And I think it was just because I was like, well, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I hadn't really sort of thought about it too much. But so basically, what I'm saying to people is because Lexi has shared before, you're the one that shared the most. I have done therapy with other people. So if the other people watching would like to do that at some point, I would be delighted. And actually, there have been people that have done it in the past. But yeah, so it's quite good because Lexi has shared in the past. And, you know, it's something that you had wanted to do for a while, wanted to be ready for. But I'll let you say that in your own words. Eh? But what was I going to say? So, yeah, there was just a few things that I was thinking about. Like one of the things that really stood out. I mean, there was loads of things, but I mean, these are personal things that I've said to Lexi myself. But one of the practical things was I usually do these 10 sessions, like basically weekly. But like what happened, and this has happened with other people, was when we got about halfway through, like either you weren't well or
Mm-hmm.
Moxon wasn't well, and I'd always said, right, these are the things in therapy, like obviously if the counselor's not well or you're not well or your kid's not well or some emergency, that life happens. But where possible, you've got to show up every week because you're making a big investment and you're committing to yourself. And Lexi, you took that so seriously. Like, bro, I'm going to give you brownie points. You're probably the person that's taken it the most seriously that I've ever worked with. I love everyone I've ever worked with, but you took that really seriously. But what I was just saying to Lexi before was there was one week that you weren't well, and I just remember that you emailed me. I don't know about to say she or you when I'm talking to you, so I'll say you. But it's kind of like when you emailed me and you'd said that you weren't well, but you were still coming to the session. And basically, I knew it was a test from Lexi's guides and my guides. And I was like, well, if you're not well like that, you've done so well, you've come every week and you're making amazing progress, like, rest, because that is often like that is the test to put
Mm-hmm.
yourself first. And so I left it with Lexi, knowing that she's a double Aries, and she's gonna be like, no, I'm gonna be there. And it was just like I said, I felt really proud of you when you were like, right, I'm not well enough and you didn't come, because it felt like you'd pushed against the side of you that might have felt like, oh, I've done it wrong
Mm-hmm.
or I've given up or something, because it's not, it's just life, like when I had a counselor, there's sometimes I couldn't go. So yeah, I think that's really all that I'd want to say. And so just wherever you want to share, I'm grateful you're sharing.
So I guess we can kind of start like what made me book the therapy. And it was like I like not getting into a lot of detail, but I did live in my head a lot with a lot of like OCD tendencies of having a thought, not being able to let the thought go, and not really knowing how to work my way through that, and noticing that plays a big role in your life when you can't stop like intrusive thoughts and living in your head and feeling the need to like have this hard exterior shell over yourself and feeling a need to protect yourself from everyone and not understanding like where that necessarily came from. And I know we've had like past sessions before, but definitely things kept popping up to show myself that I was really ready to make a really big investment in myself. Like, I'm not going to downplay that at all and really honor myself for that, for making that big leap into investing in myself and knowing that I was worth it, which is crazy
Mhm.
because 3 months ago, I never would have said that about
Oh,
myself, saying that I would have
yeah.
been worth doing that. And going through about like week 4 or 5 is like when I started, like you said, not feeling well and like having that test of, okay, well, can you honor yourself and take that time of rest and working through that and like having the tools that I need. Like it was really scary taking the week off because I am very strict when it comes to schedules and rules for
Mhm.
myself. Um, and yeah, taking that break definitely and like let a lot of that sickness or illness go and being able to have that space to transmute that into something healthier for myself. That's when I started noticing more shifts in myself of coming from a place of being more feminine and more secure and noticing how much like your root chakra is really important to ground yourself, to not have those
Yeah.
like big thoughts and not being able to let them go. So it was a lot of understanding the importance of like your foundation and being able to clear that foundation. And you showed me a lot of like being able that I could trust myself and trust like my intuitive thoughts and not being able to like shush them away and just not listening to myself at all. And you showed a lot of where I was blocked and how to transmute that into something that was more beneficial for me and to be more in the feminine and not like such a hard like talk. I don't want to say toxic masculinity, but I definitely
No,
was in
no.
that space of
Most people, the thing is, most people are in that. Women or men out there,
yeah.
just saying,
Mm-hmm.
unless you've had some type of therapy, most people are
Yeah.
busy. Even just the busy bit, busy, 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 busy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I would be busy all the time, like, because that's how I found out, like, disassociation is like a really strong word, but it is like very fitting for how I felt. Like, instead of taking the time to process something, I just go back to work. Like, I
Mhm.
wouldn't take the time to honor myself in those feelings like I do now. And what you showed me how to do, you showed me a lot of good life coaching skills through a lot of that. And I would say, like, past videos that I've done with you before, it's so funny. It's like a progression of Lexi, like the
Yeah,
little
no, it is,
sessions
and
rolling up to the
everybody's
big
seen it.
sessions.
Like
Yeah.
that's what's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So instead of hiding in fear and insecurity, I now grow with myself and trust myself more.
yeah. And the thing is,
Mm-hmm.
like, it's so crazy because, like, I mean, I can see it, but if other people, if they've watched other videos or everyone watching, you can go and watch the playlist, and like, because I'm going to take the time to do that over the weekend, I think, just to see. But like, your
Mm-hmm.
whole energy has shifted because I mean, like, it goes without saying you are absolutely stunning, and I know that's going to make you all awkward, but you are. Lexi's stunning with makeup, without, hair done, hair not, what different colors, blah blah blah. She's beautiful,
Mm-hmm.
but it's kind of like your energy has changed. Like you look 100 times more comfortable in your own skin and more
Mm-hmm.
secure. Like I can actually, I mean, I can feel it, but that's part of my
Yeah.
gift. But I can see it. Like
I've
your
had
whole,
friends like after I'd say week 7 or 8, like going towards the end of the therapy more, that like when I would go and meet them for lunch or something, they'd be like, I couldn't even find you because usually I can feel
yeah,
you, but they're like, you're like a totally different person. And I'm
yeah.
like, thanks.
Yeah, and it's nuts too, isn't it? Because it's like, it is brave to embark on this because it's great when you basically you find out who is supporting you, but it's kind of like you change so much. It's like other people need to get used to it, don't they? Because like, they
Mm-hmm.
said that to me in
Yeah.
counseling. Well, that's more counseling training, but it is the same if you're going to counseling. Like you you just become more of a badass. You know what I mean? You're less tolerant of people's crap. And we should be, you've got more
Mm-hmm.
boundaries and where you would have people please before, like you or anyone, you just got less time for it. And people can be taken aback. And it's nice, you know what I mean? It can take a bit of
Mm-hmm.
adjusting for other people. But you eventually see other people feel the benefits. You know what I mean? Like they start to be like, oh, actually, like I don't know how you're doing that, but actually, I want to look after myself better. So
Hmm.
yeah, so it's no, it's nice to see people go through that journey. But yes, well, I won't keep you. I won't keep you hanging around. But no, honestly, like I mean, I've said all this to you alone, but like I mean, because see, like I could have. I'm on. I promise this is genuine. I'm actually my eyes are filling up. Like I feel so proud of you, like doing this because I know it was a big investment. But like I said, like I'm not just saying this, people. Like I've watched, like I've known Lexi 6 years now. She worked hours. I was like, oh my
Hmm.
god, like. And when Lexi met me, like your wee triple Leo wizard baby that I'd looked at his
Hmm.
chart was like only he was only a baby. You know what I mean? And it's like I've literally watched you like grow into like this amazing woman. You know what I mean? Like so it's yeah, I feel really, really proud of you. And you have kept investing. Like you invested in the smaller stuff, you invested in the membership, you invested in the package of a few, and then this was the biggie, you know. And that was the other thing, wasn't it? Like it was Lexi was consistently coming to me when she needed to. Like she doesn't ignore you never ignore your
Hmm.
intuition when your guides are like, right, I need it's not excessively either, people, because I don't let people come to me excessively. This would I always if somebody wants to come to me a lot, it'd be like once a month, but it wasn't even that, it'd be once every sort of few
Hmm.
months. But it got to a point where it was obvious, wasn't it? It was like, right, actually, money wise, although that's a lot of money all at once, you'd be saving a lot of money if you book this. Oh
Hmm.
yeah, because that's good for me to say that because I'll say that after though. I'll say that when you go. But yeah, so no, just like I said, I couldn't be more proud. It's amazing, like the mindset shift that you've taken in money and the mindset shift that you've just taken in life in general. And like even
Hmm.
some of the stuff you said there is just, I mean, that's just nice for me to hear because like we didn't go over anything because I was like, no, I liked it to be as raw
Yeah.
as it can be in the moment. And like I
Yeah.
said, we know because we're close anyway. But it's and also actually that's quite a good point that I'm quite unique in the way of a therapist, counselor, coach person that I have actually done therapy with people that I'm really good friends with because although I met you professionally, I'm close
Hmm.
as fuck with Lexi. Like I'm not going to hide that. We're both Aries, and there's not a lot of people that I trust in the world, and you're one of them. So do you know what I mean? It's so that isn't always doable to actually have
Hmm.
therapy from somebody you're that close with. But now I'm proud because it's like, hey, it means when I'm having a bad day, do you know what I mean? She's able to sort of
Hmm.
handle my shit a wee bit better now too.
Yeah. I can
And
transmute
I'm
it better.
grateful for that. But no, it's yeah, you're just so it's the groundedness. That's the difference
Hmm.
I can see. Like I said, that's the best way to put it. You weren't comfortable in your own skin before at times, and now you look so comfortable in your own skin. And so
Hmm.
what we do all of this is we've looked back to talk about it, but we don't look back now. That was the old you.
Right.
You're you now. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So love it. Thank you very much for sharing, and I
You're
trust that that will
welcome.
help anyone else that was wondering. And like I said, we will get different people at some point, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's just not everybody. Oh, because wait a minute, actually, we did say that. I know you've got 5 minutes. We did say that before on the other videos, but for anyone that hasn't seen your videos before when you've shared, how I keep remember how amazing is this? When I'd done the first Fuck It Let's Go challenge in a Facebook group, I think it was the first one. Your thing, I mean, because I won't go too much into it, but your thing was like scared of being seen. And it was like you so remember
Yeah.
you posted a
Yeah.
selfie. Like that was so I mean, how
Hmm.
amazing is this, guys? That it's like I done the first one in 2020. And Lexi's done like loads of videos since then for me, and you've done stuff yourself and videos. So it's just like so
Hmm.
that's another big thing about you can go from not even feeling like you want to be seen to sitting chilled and relaxed doing this. You know what I mean? Oh, and
Right.
also we spoke about that in the other video but Lexi's sitting in your own place, aren't you? Your own workplace. And
I
that was one
am.
of the, again, we won't go into much because that was, you can see that in the playlist, but that started off a dream and you made that a reality too. Because I think that was like my create your vision or something like that. It was,
Hmm.
that's one of my packages that I'll be putting out on offer later. But yeah, so no, it's just honestly, there's just too many things, but just really, really proud of you. And again, thank you for trusting me and holding space for you. And thank you for
Hmm.
being a good support here as well. But yes, I will
Yes.
let you go. You know, the thing that I'm thinking is, though, Yeah, I think you just go and I'll press stop record now because it was for the video, but anyway, yeah.